Hello and welcome. My name is Bev Priest and I'm Head of Payroll and Pensions. In today's video, I'm going to explain what actions you would need to undertake if you notice a gender pay gap in your school. More than 35 years after the UK's Equal Pay Act was introduced, the Office for National Statistics released a report that found on average, women earn around 19.2% less than men in the UK. In an attempt to tackle this issue, the UK government produced the Equality Act 2010, Regulations 2017, which compels all employers with 250 or more employees in the UK to calculate their gender pay gap, their bonus gap, the proportion of men and women receiving bonuses, and the proportion of men and women in each quartile of the pay structure. Gender pay gap legislation requires employers with 250 or more employees to publish statutory calculations every year, showing how large the pay gap is between their male and female employees. The employer is then required to publish this data on their school website in addition to the government site. For maintained schools, the governing body is responsible for publishing the data rather than their local authority. Academies, foundation schools and free schools are responsible for publishing their own gender pay gap report. We already know that education is a female-dominated profession. The latest school workforce census shows that nearly 3 out of 4 school teachers and 4 out of 5 school employees are female. This increases significantly in nursery and primary schools, where 85% of teachers are female compared with 63% in secondary schools. 91% of teaching assistants and 82% of support staff are female. In the event that employers fail to report any gender pay gaps on time or present inaccurate data, they will be found in breach of the regulations and risk facing legal action from the Equality and Human Rights Commission. This may lead to court orders and unlimited fines, which are decided on a case-by-case basis. In the circumstance that your school does notice a gender pay gap, it is advised that you accurately report this, as it does not necessarily mean that you have acted inappropriately or discriminatory. It is strongly recommended that you add a supporting narrative to your report, as this will help explain the information provided and assist the reader in understanding the school's reasoning of why a gender pay gap is present and what the school intends to do to close it, if action is required. There is, however, corrective action that an employer can take in the hope of reducing the extent of any gender pay gap. This may include introducing more generous family leave, policies to encourage fathers as well as mothers to take leave, advertising vacancies on a part-time or job share basis, reviewing your flexible working policy, or developing initiatives to support working parents returning from maternity or parental leave. For an example of a gender pay gap statement, please read our article on the EPM website. However, for existing customers, you will find your data supporting the gender pay gap requirements on the reports section of the EPM portal, along with further guidance under the documents section of the website. Thank you for watching. To find out more about gender pay gap reporting in schools or multi-academy trusts, please read our Gender Pay Gap Reporting in Schools 3 Top Tips article. If you have any further questions regarding this topic, please don't hesitate to contact us on 01480 431 993 or email services@epm.co.uk.